Hello, I'm Steve Follen, and here's another weird week from Newslite TV. This week, flying, crying, too big for frying. But we start with the latest in a line of royal wedding merchandise, and this, I've got to say, is a thing of beauty. This is something which I think encapsulates all of the romance of the situation, the pomp and ceremony of a royal wedding, and indeed, well, perhaps a pauper's wedding. I wouldn't have minded this as a memento of my own. It's a gnome, a pair of gnomes no less, that you can now buy at a DIY superstore. Clearly based very much on Prince William and Kate Middleton. The likeness is amazing, if this was perhaps the year 2067, but never mind. So yes, you can genuinely buy these now, and what better? Well, they're good looking, aren't they? I say that because the male gnome was fishing for compliments. It's a gnome, isn't he? And now for a feature I think we should call Pimp My Puzzle. This is the world's most complex Rubik's Cube. The standard Rubik's Cube is 3 by 3 by 3, 3 cubed, if you will. This one is 17 cubed. That's an impressive 1,539 segments, created by a Dutchman called Oscar van der Venter. More than 60 hours of his hard labour were put into it. It cost him about £1,500 and was printed, 3D printed, pretty cool, by shapeways.com. But it turns out that was the easy bit, because whilst Oscar can do a classic cube in about 2 minutes, he can't do this one that quickly. In fact, he can't do this one. Can't do it. Next, the hottest chili in the world. This is the Infinity chili, and it measures a massive 1.17 million on the Scoville scale. That's how they measure hotness. Just to put that in perspective, a bird's eye chili, you may have eaten one of those, 50,000 on the scale. Tabasco sauce, a little bit hot for me. Only 5,000. This is 1.17 million. It was created by a relative amateur, really, a guy called Nick Woods, who runs Fire Foods from his home. He noticed the crossbred chili in his greenhouse and went, oh, that looks a little unusual, and did what any bloke would do, took a bite out of it, raw, and then immediately regretted it as a burning sensation hit the back of his throat. And actually he couldn't tell anybody about the fact that he'd grown the world's largest chili because he couldn't speak. Next, we have some highly notable notebooks. These have PVC covers which have weapons moulded into them. They're created by a designer based in Taiwan called Megawing. I know, sounds like a superhero. And he says that there's a serious message behind this. He says, they're designed to remind us to turn violence into beautiful words and drawings with our creativity. And I imagine you'll have plenty of time to do both of those things as you sit in a dark, isolated room, having just gone through airport security, waiting to explain yourself. And now we have crabs. In February 2010, we introduced you to the world's largest crab kept in captivity. Bit of a tongue twister. His name was Crabzilla. But, well, time to introduce you to another spider crab. This is Crab Kong. Crab Kong measures 3 meters across, weighs in at 15 kilograms, and the colossal crustacean was originally caught by Japanese fishermen, but has somehow ended up in a UK aquarium. It's huge, isn't it? They reckon Kong might be about 40 years old and is still growing. So I'm sorry, Crabzilla, it's time to move over. That way. Or that way. Probably not that way on that. Because it's a crab, isn't it? So it's gonna. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Actually, it's kind of both. This is actually a spy drone, a $4 million spy plane, tiny though it may be. This is called the Nano Hummingbird, a two-wing flapping aircraft capable of climbing and descending vertically and flying sideways left and right. It was developed by a major Pentagon contractor over a period of 5 years and is said to contain revolutionary new technology. It has a 16-centimetre wingspan and, this is impressive, its flying weight, so that's everything. You know, like the frame, the motors, the battery, the communications technology, the camera which is in it, all of that weighs 19 grams. That's about the weight of a standard AA battery. Amazing. It even has its own casing which can make it look like a real hummingbird, and obviously the people behind it hope that perhaps one day this could be used to spy on the enemy in war situations without actually being detected. But in the meantime, it's great fun in the office. That's your lot. Get more weird news across the week at newslite.tv. I've been Steve Folland. That was your Weird Week.